Have you ever played telephone? The kids' game where you whisper a simple message to the person next to you, and by the time it circles around the group, it's totally garbled? Now imagine that game on a much grander scale. Welcome to the legend of King Arthur. The first historic whisper of King Arthur appeared in a Welsh poem written between 540 and 640 CE. It was about the mostly Christian Britons battling the more pagan Saxons a few centuries earlier. The poem briefly mentioned a soldier named Arthur. He wasn't even the main character. It's implied that he was a brave Christian warrior. A few hundred years later, a Welsh monk named Nennius seized on this reference and spun a new tale. His version celebrated Arthur for leading the Britons to victory in a battle against the Saxons. Arthur was no longer a footnote. He was now the leading man. Then, Geoffrey of Monmouth wrote a blockbuster text, The History of the Kings of Britain. Despite its title, experts now agree that it's riddled with fiction, not historical fact. In Geoffrey's version, Arthur became an empire builder, king, and folk hero. Geoffrey introduced the legend of the magician Merlin and the sword Excalibur. It's from this account that the King Arthur legend really started to take shape. These new stories emerged in the Middle Ages, long after Arthur allegedly lived. Telephone, anyone? Between diverging oral histories and widespread illiteracy, fact and fiction got easily mixed up. Now, imagine that variation stretching across centuries. Didn't matter. The History of the Kings of Britain was a hit. Geoffrey's manuscript exploded across medieval Europe, second in popularity only to the Bible. When it crossed the English Channel, the French took the story and ran with it. They added the now famous story elements of Sir Lancelot, Camelot, the Round Table, and the Holy Grail. As the legend flourished, writers continued to reshape the story to fit to their own religious and political agendas. It might just be one of the most crowd-sourced creations of all time. And today, we see King Arthur in movies, plays, even comics. Tourists flock to sites like Merlin's Cave in Tintagel that claim ties to King Arthur's realm. The legends could indeed trace their origins to a real Arthur, who would have died long, long ago. But decoding what's true or false about King Arthur has been a cottage industry for about 1,000 years. The only irrefutable truth is that his legend is here to stay.